around, you got 19 bottles of beer on the wall, 19 bottles of beer on the wall, 19 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around, you got 18 bottles of beer on the wall, 18 bottles of beer on the wall.
Local legend has it that this little shell can only be found on Pawley's Island. If you are lucky enough to find one of these special shells, the island has blessed your presence. That is why Pawley's is also known as the Blessed Isle. The Pawley's Island shell is supposedly only found within 5 miles of Pawley's Island, South Carolina. And it's supposed to be this symbol of luck and whatnot on the island. So people get very excited about the Pawley's Island shell and finding the Pawley's Island shell and looking for it. And it's this pretty shell with deep horizontal ridges. And to them, it's a symbol of what a special place Pawley's Island is. Pawley's Island used to be a very, very special place for me. It was a symbol of childhood for a really long time for me, because everything in my life kind of changed when I was 6, and all sorts of things happened at once, and that was also when I moved, and Art and Ben stopped hanging out with me, and it was just a very big, dramatic shift when I stopped being a little kid and was just a kid. But I could understand, like, why we had to move, and I could understand that my brothers didn't want to hang out with me, and I could understand why we had to go to public school, and I could understand cancer, and I could understand that all of those things were no one's fault, and there was no one to blame for them. But not going to Pawley's Island anymore seemed unnecessary to me. It seemed like it was being taken away wrongly from me. So I viewed it as a crime. I viewed it as my childhood being taken from me. Because Pawley's was where I was happy and curious and surrounded by adults, and who all treated me like a little kid and asked me questions and told me my art was wonderful, even though it was just scribbles, and gave me little shells and all that stuff. And then I stopped going, and it felt like I would never go again. And then I did. And Pawley's Island was just how I remembered it. I remembered the exact spot that I used to hide shark teeth and everything. I remembered it vividly. But it wasn't returning to childhood. And I didn't mind. There were little girls who I could entertain, and I could ask them questions and tell them their drawings were lovely, and I could take part in the grown-up conversations I used to find so boring, and I could enjoy relaxing in the hammock instead of climbing on it, and I could pass up shells without feeling bad about it, and I could enjoy things differently. There aren't less things that I like now that I'm older. There are just different things that I like. Pawley's Island is not an end-all, be-all cure, because I don't need to be cured. The Pawley's Island shell is not actually only found on Pawley's Island. I did some research, and it's called the Imperial Venus clam. It's found as north as North Carolina and as south as Brazil. Symbolism.
One bottle of beer, one now, one bottle of beer. Take one down, pass it around. No more bottles of beer on the wall.